You can't solve everything straight away. Sometimes you need to wait to get closure. For instance, I just played the demo for LUTO. It's a demo you can play on Steam right now, and it'll wrap you up in all the warmest ways if you're a fan of games like Visage or Layers of Fear. LUTO the game, named after the Portuguese word for morning, sees you solving esoteric survival horror-style puzzles and piecing together a surreal and disjointed narrative in a surreal and disjointed house. Occasionally in the demo, you get chased by what I can only describe as the most intimidating cloth sim I've ever seen. But most of the tension and fear comes from the vivid atmosphere the game constructs and its surprising variety of environments that they can fit into this one house. This short demo feels like a cohesive piece of gaming media in and of itself, but primes me for the potential of all they could do with the story, ideas, threats, and visual elements presented here in the full game.
It's a really well-paced experience with puzzles that have you exploring just the right amount, thinking but never getting stuck, and wondering what could be around each corner. Expanding this out in future could make LUTO the next Outlast or Amnesia, but only time will tell. The game is described as one that will challenge your senses, and I believe it. In this demo alone, the sound design, map layout, and art design strike a perfect balance between surreal and learnable.
I'm very curious to see what developer Broken Bird has in store when the game releases, hopefully later this year. But if you'd rather shoot your demons than face them, let's travel back in time 20 whole years to a semi-forgotten game by Gorilla Cambridge, Ghost Hunter. You play as a detective trying to solve a case when you find out that ghosts are real and you can hunt them down. You've got to shoot ghosts until they can be captured, then get them, kind of like the Ghostbusters game. The gameplay isn't amazing, the combat can be frustrating at times and not in intentional ways, and the exploration can control a little bit unwieldy. But for a game made in 2003, this is a visual stunner, and well worth it if you think the ghosts have had it good for just a little bit too long, and a proton pack just isn't your style. God, I'm sorry, I just had to undercut it, didn't I? I just had to undercut it with a negative, huh? It's never enough, is it? I can't just allow there to be closure. You know, when I was younger, I used to come out to this place. It was different then. I remember it standing on its own more. Perhaps it's just age, or maybe there's something in the foundations of the house that's gnawing it down. Is it safe to stay? What if it... No, you're right. I just need to enjoy it while I can. But the longer I stay, the longer I can hear it. The cracking, shuffling sound of that thing. What's eating away at the structure? Are you sure it's okay to just let it... Sorry, you know it frightens me. Not knowing how it ends. I was so young then. As is the FGS channel, be sure to like and subscribe to help us keep bringing you interesting games you may not know about every single week.